Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a great day today. Cody here. I'm just doing some maintenance in the park today. Just figured I'd bring you along for that, and yeah, kind of just show you a little bit about what I get up to out here. So I'll make my way around to each of the parks throughout the day as they become available to get into. You know, people are booked in a lot of them throughout the day here, so that gives me a little bit of time to get in and out. But the next big thing here on our list is to check out the Three Sisters, the indoor park here. Penny, come here, bud. So we'll get in here. Now I've noticed some of the green screen at the back has come down, so I'm going to work on that. Trying to get that green screen put back up here for us, as well as just freshen up the mop pail and do just a general tidy and clean in here for our indoor park. So Penny will help herself in there. There we go. All right, let's get cleaning. Looks like it's been a busy weekend in here in the indoor park, so I'm going to give this a nice deep clean here, get everything all vacuumed up and disinfected, mop down, and change out all the garbages, fill up the bottles. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna let Penny outside here so she can have a bit of a run. There you go, buddy. There. And after all that's done, I'm gonna come out here and I'll give this place a good scoop and tidy as well. And you can kind of see in the back there, I don't know if it'll show up or not, but the green screen is down a bit. So I'm gonna get out there after I get inside all cleaned up there and get that fixed up here. I think the ramp looks good there. I got it a little bit higher there too, right about the 4-foot mark. Penny seems to approve of the new height. Looks like she can look out that window there and see what's going on. But what do you think there, buddy? Hey. Oh, I always have fun up there. There we go. So I like to kind of change things up and reorganize our agility equipment inside every now and then, just to keep things fun and exciting for the dogs that do come in here quite regularly. Especially this time of year in the cold weather, it's nice to be able to get in out of the cold and have some fun things to do there. Listen to you, baby. poop? What's in the tube? Hey? As part of our indoor agility set. These ones, maybe not the best quality. They have survived quite a while here, but you can kind of see right down here, a lot of them are starting to separate. At the bottom here, and they're not holding up the way that they should be. So I have picked up a new set. So I'll get those installed here, and we should be good to go. So it turns out they might not actually be broken. It looks like they could just have a screw loose. I can definitely relate to that. So I'm going to try to get these tightened up and see if that will hold them. There we go, get that nice and tight. See if we can get this guy here too. So that would be fantastic. I could save that other set for another day. See if I can't just get these tightened here. And we'll see if that does the trick. There we go. So the wheel holes are fixed and ready to go. How exciting is that? All right, there we go. We have the agility side all done, and it looks nice and sharp there. The ramp has been adjusted, got the tunnel changed up, got our jumps back in place, and I was able to get the weave poles all fixed there. So they're nice and tight and ready to go, which is really good. Just the other side, I'll get that cleaned up too. It's just exactly like this room, except there's nothing in it. So it's really good for working on training. Recall, especially if you're starting small, that's a great place to do that, just because the dogs can't escape from you. And yeah, there's nothing else in there to distract them, to keep their attention off of you when you do work on recall, as well as just other basic obedience type behaviors you can work on in the big room there too. And yeah, I'm gonna go get that room all cleaned up. So I'm gonna vacuum, mop, disinfect, I'll do garbages, all that fun stuff there. And then I'll head outside to get outside all tidied up. But yeah, I'm just gonna get that all cleaned up here. There we go. Doesn't that look so much better? Nice and fresh and clean, disinfected, and ready to go for the next batch of pups coming to play. So after the inside's all cleaned and disinfected, I like to get out here into the backyard of the indoor park and just do a bit of a scoop walk. So I'll walk around and pick up anything that might have been left behind by some of our clients, our guests here, just to make sure. I know sometimes you can't get everything when you're out. You lose sight of your dog, or they are doing something when you're not looking, and that's fine. Everyone tries their best. But I like to just come out here and do a double check, just to make sure that the parks are clean and healthy for your next visit. One of Penny's favorite things to do when we're out in the parks is to find rocks, and then she buries them all over the place. So she likes to scoop with her paw, she'll scoop with her nose there. We call it scoop poked in. So in the wind that we have out here on the prairie, sometimes it is really rough on our green screen here. So I'm just gonna head out and get that fixed here. Just gonna smooth out the back here, make sure Penny doesn't follow me. Nice try. There we go. I'm just gonna come back here and get this all tied back up here. Green screen, or I guess what would you call that, like a visual barrier, one of the most important things that our clients really do need when they're out here, just to help block sight lines of other parks. Now, this park isn't so bad because I'll pan this way. You can see it's just a big wide open field here. There's nothing back here for a dog to get excited about. However, when we get on this side over here, another park, if that was open for the dogs to see, you cause a lot of stress and anxiety, especially if you've got a reactive dog here. So it's really, really important that we maintain these sight lines and cover them up as quickly as we can. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this all fixed up here. Let's see if I can get one done up close here for you. So as I was saying, I've been working with dogs well over 20 years now, a certified behaviorist and trainer. And when I was doing a lot more clinical work, I've really focused on fear, reactivity, and aggression. There we go, that's tied nice and tight. And what I found with working with hundreds of different clients across all different types of breeds and temperaments, one of the things that I found was at what point is a dog going to have a reaction, and how strong does that stimulus need to be for them to have, you know, a reaction. And what I found was the bare minimum to work safely would be at least 30 feet. Anything less than 30 feet, there was a very good chance that the dog was going to have a reaction if they saw another dog. So all of our parks here are at least 30 feet separation, and any park that faces another park has a green screen on here, or a visual barrier. This particular green screen reduces visual, reduces sight by 80%. So that means you can see through it if you look hard enough. You can kind of see the building behind there, and that helps a lot. But when you got two of them backed up double like that, that's I guess 80 is 160. So you can't see into another park if you're in like a double screen here. All right, trying to get this with one hand is a little tricky. Let's see here if I can make this work. All right, borrow that hand for a quick sec. There we go, get that pinched and twisted. Oh, that's tough. There we go. So maintaining this green screen and the visual barrier, super, super important, like I was saying. Well, nobody is here. I am going to sneak in to Enchanted Forest and switch out the garbages before the next client comes here in a couple of minutes. Let's see there. They'll never know. Up next on the to-do list is we have a strand of lights that go to the back parks. They illuminate Marjorie's Meadow and Rogers Retreat there. However, there is a break in the line somewhere. Now, it's hard to tell right now because it's a little bit bright out, but I did make a mark to where I think the problem is. So I'm just gonna hop up there and see if I can't get these lights switched out. I got a replacement strand in the truck here. So I'm just gonna try to take out the one that I think is busted up here. Let's see if I can't find it. So I don't know if that's going to show up or not, but you can kind of see this bulb is glowing away there. Yeah, it's hard to see. There we go, that's a better view. So yeah, this one's glowing. And we come down the strand here, right to this connection, the strand carries on and not so much. So I'm going to just try to switch this one out with my replacement strand, and hopefully that fixes the problem. There we go. Something interesting happened when I unplugged that strand there. This strand that is was still good came on a heck of a lot brighter. Now, I'm not an electrician, and all things electrical kind of freak me out a little bit. So yeah, I don't know why that is. It must have been a draw or a heavy drain, I don't know, but I'll see if I'll get these other ones plugged in and see if I can continue the connection. Moment of truth here. It's hard with one hand. Let's see, here we go. Okay, plugged in, and yay, they work. All right, so I'm gonna take down this old wire here, or this old one, and get them switched around. Okay, this is promising. It looks like it might have just been a faulty line there. So right now I'm just heading up here and taking off the upper connection there just to restring this strand back on. Sorry about the sun there. Just continue on down my way, but hopefully this is a fix. Hopefully it was just one faulty line in there. Get that swapped out and we should have light in the back parks again. That would be great. Okay, so I got the new light strand hung up, and we do have, oh, that one just died a little bit. I do have power to the end of the new strand. However, carrying on forward, it doesn't seem to be energizing that strand there. So there must be something wrong with maybe this strand here too, and I'm not entirely sure what that is. So this might be a bit of a longer fix than I had anticipated. So yeah, I'll just try to get this packed up here and keep on moving. But yeah, I don't know what's causing this here. So a little unusual. I'm not the best when it comes to electricity, so I don't know what's going on here with these lights. But I'll keep picking away at stuff and see if I can't figure that out. It could be a faulty line, it could be a lot of faulty lines, and that's just something I'm going to have to figure out here. But the last thing I'm going to do here for the day is try to get the green screen fixed here on Adventureland. It got blown over in a snowstorm we had recently, and the drifts actually have been keeping it down. So I'm going to see if I can't get this out of this drift and hopefully put back up here and yeah, provide a little bit more privacy for everyone in Adventureland. Let's see if I can't get this done. There we go. I think that's good for today. I was able to get the green screen on Adventureland all tidied up here, which is fantastic. Like I say, it's a super important thing for our clients, and it looks a lot nicer too when it's all put back to where it should be. But that dang old wind, that way is the west, so the mountains are back that way, and we get that Chinook wind come off over the mountains onto the prairies here, and it goes like snot. So keeping this green screen in good repair can be a full-time job in and of itself, but we got it out of that drift there, that sucker, and up on the chain link. So hopefully that lasts at least until spring or summer when the weather's nice, and a lot of this stuff is scheduled for complete replacement later this year. So anyway, that should be a good fix until then, but that's where I'm going to leave it for today there, guys. Hope you had a great time following along a little bit about what I get up to here on the day-to-day Odette Play Unleashed. But until next time, guys, take care. We'll catch you later. Bye now.